Hello comic book fans. So I want to talk about two comic books. Kong of Skull Island and the new one by Grant Morrison. Avatarex. Really like one of them and the other one is blah. Don't like it at all really. And I'll explain why. Just first off, I watched the news this morning and Jeremy Corbyn, if you live in the UK, this is a UK politics thing, just take a minute. The UK Labour Party, which is having big problems at the moment because after Brexit it was kind of revealed that the Labour Party, who are supposed to represent the working class people, don't actually represent the working class people anymore. The Labour Party told the working class people to vote to stay in Europe, to give away the sovereignty of the UK, and the working class people said no, we want sovereignty, and so they voted against the party. So the Labour Party has been in crisis for the last couple of weeks. And at the moment, I just saw Jeremy Corbyn on TV. He's their leader. He's like an old 70s trade union. I think he's trade union. But he's an old 70s guy. He's completely out of touch. But he always amuses me because while it's been from the 70s and being completely out of touch, there's the social justice part of him as well. So all this stuff is about identity politics. I mean, on TV, he's got a black woman with him as a spokeswoman or whatever. Because of course he has, because that's what he does. You know, if there's a black woman, he's like, grab her. He's like Hillary Clinton. You know, if you're black and female, he's going to push you to the front and go, I represent her. Look, I'm not racist. Anyway, his big policy thing to you know, this is his push to stay the leader. This is his big idea for the UK in 2016, right? Jeremy Corbyn is going to fight against discrimination in the workplace. What? Hang on. Aren't the laws against that already? You can't discriminate in the workplace. So what he's fighting for is something that doesn't exist. He's basically trying to slay imaginary dead dragons again. So it's just you know, a quick commentary there on the state of the Labour Party in the UK fighting imaginary dragons, and it's really quite comedic just to see it happen. Jeremy, you're not allowed to discriminate against people in the workplace based on their gender or ethnicity or anything like that. You're not allowed to do it. It's against the law. They'll take you to a tribunal and they'll sue you. You can't do it. So if that's your centrepiece point, fighting, you know, for the people of the UK, man, you need to get a reality check, Jeremy. You really do. It's terrible. Right, these comic books, Kong of Skull Island by Boom Studios, who always disappoint me. Boom Studios always disappoint me because they're like an independent comic book producer, publisher. So they really should be going out there and trying to do something new and trying to be a little bit rebellious, but they're really not rebellious at all. Anyway, Kong of Skull Island, and the artwork, look at that six-pack on Kong. Impressive. That gorilla's been doing some sit-ups. Now the artwork is, I don't like the colouring. It's a bit, I don't know, what's the word? A bit washed out maybe. But the art's good. So the art's good. The colouring, I just didn't like the palette you used. Maybe that's a better way of describing it. I just didn't like the colour choices really too much. But the story, right, it's so bloody complicated. I read this at work. I read it twice at work, and there's so many characters and there's so many agendas going on, and you just don't know what's happening really. You don't know who's who. The main protagonist is the favourite protagonist in contemporary comic books, a perfect young girl, the Mary Sue character, and she knows best because she's 15, I guess, and you know what it's like, you know. I talk to 15-year-old girls all the time, you know, I just do, because they're the fountains of all wisdom, you see, you know. If I want advice about anything, I go to a 15-year-old girl. Well, comic book writers do anyway. But yeah, that's not the main problem in the book. The main problem is just it's so complicated. You don't know what's going on, you don't know who's who. And by the end of the book, it's got a really limp ending. A volcano's going off, but you don't care about any of the characters, so you don't really give a crap if the volcano kills you. A lot of them. It's like, so what? Who cares? So I wanted to like Kong of Skull Island. I really wanted to like it. I want to like Boom Studios, but it's just not very good. It's not a very good comic book, and I don't want to read another comic book about a perfect young girl with all these characters and agendas and stuff going on, which I don't understand. I've read it twice, and I still don't know what's going on. No, it makes me feel dumb. I'm not dumb. I mean, I'm not a genius, but hang on. comic books should be for kids, right? I don't think a kid's going to read this and have a clue about what's going on. So what's the point, you know? It's a comic book I did like. Graham Morrison's Avatarex, because it's very simple. I can imagine myself reading this as a kid and understanding exactly what's going on, because you've got a hero, Avatarex. Where is he? He's like a Hindu god type character. There he is. There. He's the saviour of mankind. It's very simple. There's not a lot of dialogue, not a lot of stuff going on. He's the there we go. The hero. When do I start? He's come to save the world. He's basically orbiting planet Earth. A little spaceship there. Okay, Earth's a bit of a mess, as it actually is now. And so he's going to come down and save us all. Save us all from what? You need a bad guy, don't you? You need a villain. And the villain in this book, it's got a really cool name. Where is it? I'll get you a good image of it. It's called the Hydra-foid. And I just like the concepts there. The Hydra-foid. The Hydra, you know, chop off one head and another one will grow. And it goes, greetings from the empty space. I am of the Hydra-foid. Now I can detonate. It sounds like a suicide bomber to me. He just wants to destroy things. And the Hydra-foid hasn't even got a face. It's just a faceless mass of destruction. All it wants is chaos. It is a suicide bomber. And you got the hero trying to save people. There he is. Greetings from the Hydra-foid. Just a faceless, destructive mass. And the end of the comic book, you've got a loser protagonist, which always works well in comic books. So a reluctant hero meeting destiny. But is the reluctant hero going to get a chance to fulfill his destiny, or is the Hydra-foid going to end the story before it begins? Of course, you know what's going to happen next. But because it's such a simple story, because you know who the characters are, you care immediately. There's 3 characters in this, and in the last panel you see all 3. The Hydra-foid, the bad guy, the hero who's going to save humanity, and the reluctant everyday man who the reader can identify with. The art's good, not cluttered, very simple, and it's just a book that I can see myself reading as a kid and thinking, that's cool, I'll get the next one. So I'll get the next copy of Avatarex, because it's simple, because I know what's going on, because I can read it in 5 minutes and, you know, do something else with my life. But Kong of Skull Island, it took me 15 minutes to read this, read it twice, still don't know what's going on. So a bad comic with a social justice 15-year-old perfect girl. A good comic which is just simple, a good guy, a bad guy, and an everyday man. Well, it could be everyday girl, you know, it just doesn't really matter. Just that in Kong of Skull Island, Boom Studios, it seems like 3/4 of their protagonists are 15-year-old girls, so I just, come on. Call me strange, call me weird, call me sexist, but I don't really identify too much with 15-year-old girls. Sorry. Okay, that's my video. Thanks for checking me out. See if you can get this one. A good, you know, 5-minute read. Simple comic book. Good old-fashioned stuff. No agendas going on there. The what's that thing called again? The Hydra-foid. Good villain. Very collectivist. Islamic. Okay, yeah, thanks for checking me out. Take care, everybody. Be true to each other, and see you later. Goodbye.